What's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy, Kevin Forte, and today we are taking a look at the Los Angeles Kings, as we have some pretty big rumors to go over today. There was a really interesting report here from Elias Dillman, and I just want to go over it today, because this is something that I think is a little bit of a stretch, and maybe trying to create some buzz. But I think there is something to this rumor, so we're going to talk about it today. So, Lisa Dillman of The Athletic states that a deal involving Quinton Byfield is not out of the question. Quinton Byfield is not out of the question, as the Kings will look to improve this summer. She also lists Arthur Kaliev, Alex Iafallo, Gabe Vilardi, and Sean Durzi as potential trade candidates. So, yeah, so the thing about this, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. Now, I know from my LA Kings fans, I just made the video about the Rob Blake extension and hearing more about Chychrun. This is obviously tied to Jakob Chychrun. That's what this comes down to. We've heard a lot of rumors that the Kings are very, very much interested in Jakob Chychrun. And somebody gave me a very good trade proposal, and I think it was actually pretty fair, considering the circumstance, considering what we're looking at. I thought it was a really good offer. So let's get to the LA Kings here, because like I said, I think this is one that there's some reason to believe that this is legitimate. So this is back to my video from just a couple days ago. So, yeah, so let's look at some of your guys' comments. Kings aren't moving Kaliev, possibly Turcotte. You guys like Oli Mata, so maybe keep Oli Mata. Let's take a look. Yeah, you guys were going back and forth. A lot of Discord. I really like that. And you guys were mentioning, too, they do have a lot of cap space, which definitely helps them. See, now I can't find it. Of course not. Okay, so this is from Man of the World. Great comment here. So Mata's worked tremendously. He really likes Oli Mata. For Chychrun, this is the top offer I could see Blake making. So one of Gabe Vilardi or Alex Turcotte. Not both. One of those players. Whomever Arizona likes best, which we do know they do like Gabe Vilardi. So it could be Gabe Vilardi. But it could also be Alex Turcotte. They seem to be kind of on the same footing. So you get one of those top six centers / forward. Maybe they become a winger. One of Tobias Bjornfot or Sean Durzi. Whomever Arizona likes best. Again, I know they've been tied to Sean Durzi. They like Sean Durzi's game. Bjornfot's a little bit of a bigger defenseman. I could see him being of interest as well. One of Jarrett Anderson Dolan. Francesco Pinelli. Fajemo, or whomever Arizona likes best. So one of those players as well. So again, you're picking up a depth forward. So you're trading for a top six center, depending on where depending on where Vilardi and Turcotte end up. A top four defenseman, again, another pretty good young prospect. A forward prospect, like I said, Anderson Dolan or Pinelli or one of those young guys, and a first round pick this year, which is going to be around 19th overall. And he's kind of mentioning how Rasmus Kupari, Byfield, Kaliev are the future core of this forward group, so you probably don't want to touch that. But I do think that's a really good starting point. Again, shout out to Man of the World. I think that's a great comment the other day. That's why, guys, make sure to comment down below, because I will put your guys' comments in the videos if it makes sense and kind of fits the topic. But yeah, I do think there is something to this. I think you're looking at more along the lines of Turcotte, Vilardi, Bjornfot, Durzi being available. To say that some of these other players, I mean, I know they have Brant Clark. I don't see Brant Clark getting traded. They need defensive help. They're not going to trade what they're looking for. But obviously the big name is Chychrun. It seems like a perfect fit, and it just seems to make the most sense. Considering Jakob Chychrun did have a bit of a down season this year. He regressed this year, and that might lower his value just enough where the value is a little bit closer between the Yotes and a team like the Kings who are trying to make that trade work. I do think it's feasible. I do think they can make that work. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think that is asking for a lot? Again, I think Quinton Byfield getting traded necessarily is a bit of a stretch. I think they see him as a part of the future of this organization. But again, when you have all these guys, there's only so many guys that can play in the top 6, right? It's kind of a, depth is a virtue, right? Because you've got Velarde, Jared Anderson-Dolan, Rasmus Kupari, Quinton Byfield, Gabe Velarde. All those guys can play center. You only need 3 legitimate centers in the top 6, right? Maybe let's say one guy plays the wing. You don't need 6, right? And that's where I think that the Kings do have a little bit of flexibility, considering they do have a deficit, which is their back end. I do think that could help them out. And again, when you talk about bringing in Brandt Clarke potentially either next year or 2 years from now, well, you have him playing with Jacob Chikrin. I would say that's a pretty good tandem. Alongside some of the other guys like Mikey Anderson, like Oli Mata. I do think those guys can fit in together quite well, and kind of help accompany Brandt Clarke during his development at the NHL level. Guys, let me know what you think of these rumors. Tell me which guys you think would be moved out of LA, because I do think there is something to it. I think there's some validity to it. But again, to throw Quinton Byfield's name out there, I do think that one just seems a little bit too outlandish. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching, and let's go Kings.